What's up, everybody? Greetings and salutations. My name is Harith, and I slang houses. So I wanted to quickly talk about earnest money and option period and option fee when it comes to purchasing homes. Earnest money. A deposit made to a seller that represents a buyer's good faith to buy a home. Your earnest money is due within 3 days after the execution date of the contract. So you've found the house you want. Your realtor has written up the contract, submitted the contract. Your offer was accepted. And this is where all of these timelines begin. The day after the execution date is when that timeline starts of 3 days. So you have to have your earnest money in, and you have to have your option fee in for the option period. Option period. An option period is an agreed upon period of time after the buyer and seller have signed the real estate contracts, during which the buyer can terminate the contract for any reason without risking their earnest money. Option fee. In a real estate context, an option fee is money paid by a buyer to a seller for the option to terminate a real estate contract. Option fee funds should not be confused with earnest money. The use of option fees is most common in the residential resale market of Texas. The typical amount of the earnest money is 1% of the agreed upon price of the home. Okay? It's not necessarily, not even necessarily, it's not a rule. It's not a law. This is something that is an industry standard. So it's not required that you do 1%. Some people do more to make their offer a little more enticing. Some people do less. But most times 1% is good enough. And this crazy seller's market that we've been going through the last almost 2 years, some people have done more than 1%. I believe a more enticing tool to make your offer stand out is to increase your option fee, because the option fee is non-refundable, whereas the earnest money in most cases is refundable. The option fee is also due within 3 days after the execution date. Okay, both of these items are turned into the title company. The option fee used to be given directly to the seller in Texas, but now it is turned into the title company along with the earnest money. On the option period, this is where people typically will do their inspections. Okay, you have to try to get your inspection ordered early within the option period. That option period is typically 7 to 10 days. Sometimes people shorten it to make their offer more enticing, but nowadays, because of inspectors' level of busyness, they end up having to try to get an extension on that option period, because it's not enough time to get an inspection and do any follow-up specialized inspections. If you negotiate during, after your inspection, if you successfully negotiate a solution for any repairs, like the seller performing repairs or the seller giving the buyer credit for those repairs, you will put all this stuff in an amendment. The realtor will put this in an amendment for both the buyer and seller to sign, and everything will be cool. And this is done before 5 p.m. on the last day of the option period, because after that, at 5:01 p.m., the option period expires. If you do not come to an agreement and you want to, as the buyer, back out of the deal, you must do so before 5 p.m. on the last day of the option period in order to receive your earnest money back. If you do not, the seller is entitled to your earnest money. In most cases, if you still want to back out. Now you can, of course the buyer can, go to mediation and do all these things, but, the contract states specifically that the seller may be entitled to your earnest money. So try to get everything done before 5 p.m. and a good realtor will help you keep those timelines in check. So once again, the option fee is non-refundable. It's typically $150 to $300, but in this seller's market, some buyers increase that amount in order to make their offer more attractive. So I've seen buyers put in $600, $700, $800, $1,000 option fee in order to get their offer accepted. So just a few tips and pointers about earnest money and option fee and option period. If you have any questions or if you need help buying or selling a home, just go ahead and wait till the end of this video and contact me. I'm with Redfin, the greatest real estate company in the world, and my name is Harith, and again, I slang houses. Peace.